Can we all just solemnly take a moment to have an applause for Francis Ngannou? All the way in the back. That's right. Baddest man on the planet officially confirmed. Francis Ngannou spent 10 rounds slapping up Tyson Fury, the heavyweight champion of the world. After such disrespect from people like Dana White publicly, after overcoming such a turbulent life, after escaping to France from a life working in sand mines and becoming the heavyweight champion of the UFC, and now honestly the people's heavyweight champion of boxing, I think it's officially safe to say that Francis is the baddest motherfucker on this planet. It is safe to say. And I think it's safe to say that Tyson Fury isn't what he used to be, and honestly, maybe he never was. It was saddening to watch that fight in a lot of ways. It was almost depressing because you can see in Tyson's eyes the same look he had watching Tommy versus KSI. And those two fights, they have a lot of similarities. Now, don't get me wrong, Tommy versus KSI was a shit fight. It was awful. However, it also made no sense in the judge's position. A 6-round fight where they were almost perfectly even, where everybody in the room believed it was a draw. Everyone in the room believed it was a draw, with a 1-point deduction, leaving it to JJ's side. JJ should have won the fight under boxing rules. Not because he deserved it, and Tommy Fury definitely didn't fucking deserve it. That motherfucker is a boxer. He's supposed to have been doing this his whole life. He's been training for what, 18 years? JJ's been training for like 4. Tommy has hit a plateau. He ain't getting better. JJ is. You get that rematched, he beats him. And Jake probably would too. However, it's the controversial decision by the judges that really draws my attention. The decision that goes almost identically in the Fury versus Ngannou match. Now, Fury versus Ngannou was a non-title fight. It was an exhibition. He was never going to become the world heavyweight champion from this fight. But he should have. He should have. He beat that man. He beat him black and blue. This is a picture of Francis's face the day after. This is a picture of Tyson's. Which one of these men looked like they lost? And even during the fight, one of the commentators said it. Which one of these men looks like the world heavyweight champion? And I hate to say it, it wasn't Tyson. It really wasn't Tyson. He looked bad in there. He looked sluggish, slow. You put that against Usyk, he's getting flattened. You put that against AJ, I'm not sure, because AJ seems to have lost that dog in him. He doesn't want to keep going. He's very hesitant in his fights as of late. But Usyk, I don't see him winning that. Not after what we saw against Ngannou. I feel bad for Tyson. I do. I really do. Because I am a fan of him. I do support him. Usually. Usually. But being honest with myself, I can't say that I believe he beats Usyk after watching that Ngannou fight. I can't say that he should still be boxing. Francis Ngannou is a 37-year-old man. That's like 2 years over the average retirement age of a boxer. This is his first boxing match, and he was chasing the world heavyweight champion around the ring. For the last few rounds, Tyson was actually running from Ngannou. Ngannou was the aggressor, had the power, he threw more punches. Sure, Tyson landed more jabs, and of course, Tyson would have won on paper. But all of that is discounting and not even thinking about the fact that Francis knocked this guy down. That's a point deduction, a 10-8 round to Francis. Very similar to the point deduction that Tommy Fury received after punching JJ in the back of the head several times. Both opponents being black men that are a couple inches shorter than heavily experienced boxers. Neither of them lost. They're not exactly comparable in skill or style. Francis would wipe the floor with JJ. But my point is, this is two very similar scenarios happening, both tied to the Fury household. Tommy and Tyson, almost exactly similar results. So what are we supposed to take from that? What are we supposed to gain from that? What's the point? I think the point is that the Fury household isn't what we thought it was, and that's unfortunate. It is unfortunate, and honestly, I don't think it's even what Big John thinks it is. I don't know how corrupt this goes, but I'd be inclined to say that it's probably not even the Furies. At this point, boxing has become so corrupt and devout of sportsmanship and respect. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Tyson has been incredibly humble and respectful after the fight, which is nice to see from him. It is really nice to see from him. And I do hope the Usyk fight happens, because I do want to see that fight. I really do. And I hope for Tyson. He won, no one would be happier than me. If Tyson could finish out his legacy the way he started it, I'd be happy, and I'm sure a lot of you would too. But only time will tell. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe, and as always, no rest for the wicked.